And I've shared this before. I'm going to share it again because it's appropriate for this moment. But when I was a teenage girl, I got pregnant. And because I got pregnant before I was married, the devil told me that I had to pay for that sin. When I got married, we struggled financially for years. We struggled in strife and tension and unhappiness for years. That was not God's plan for me. The reason why I lived in strife and struggle and discouragement is because my heart believed I had to pay for my sin. The devil told me, because you made that mistake, you have to pay for the rest of your life. You knew better, and I did. I was taught very well by my mama, and I knew better. And I'd even made a decision in my heart I wasn't going to be like all those other people that got pregnant before they were married. And guess what? You judge other people, and you end up judging yourself. Perfect example of living a life focused on myself. And so for years, because of my mistake, because of my failure, I lived with an underlying condemnation, discouragement, guilt, and shame just perpetuated in my life. And it created the vicious cycle of sin, of strife, and fear and anxiety and comparing and jealousy. I was jealous of everybody else who I thought had the most wonderful marriage, who didn't struggle in their finances, so I lived in jealousy. Does that sound like an abundant life? I was a Christian. Jesus came to give me an abundant life, but I believed a lie. I believed a lie that God was imputing my sin unto me. I believed a lie that I was going to have to pay because of that mistake. And people, you know, your mistake may not be teen pregnancy. It might be divorce. It might be bankruptcy. It might be gambling or drug addiction or alcoholism or abortion. I don't know what it is, because we all have those things in our life that tell us we're not good enough. We all have those mistakes that we've made in our life, those failures we've made as a parent. You know, your children are out there doing silly stuff and you think, it's my fault. I didn't teach them right. Well, I didn't know this grace message. I taught them the law. Now, you know, look what's true. True? Now, come on. Is it true? This is the reason why my children are going to have to pay for my mistakes their whole life, because I didn't know this good news, and so I raised them under the law. And now, and guess what? That perpetuates that thing. That hold, that bondage. And the truth is, what joy, what happiness when you realize your record has been cleared. Woohoo! It doesn't matter what mistakes you made when you were raising your babies. Jesus paid a price to clear your record. You stand before God as though you were a perfect father, as though you were a perfect mother. I know that sounds too good to be true, but it is. Because if you're righteous, that means you are innocent, free from blame and guilt, justified, just as if you've done everything right. That's what the Father says about you, and when you embrace that, what happiness comes. See, self-focused. It's my fault. I'm just going to have to pay for this the rest. We're going to struggle forever now because I've just made a big old mess. My children are just going to struggle because I didn't teach them right. Self-focus. Depression, discouragement, condemnation, shame, and guilt come because we're self-focused. The turning point in your life will be when you embrace, my sins are forever gone. I am free from the penalty of my mistakes. My children are blessed and mighty upon the earth Because of Jesus. What happiness.